In exercise 4, you will put the words in the correct order to make sentences, but you will do this in your notebook. I want you to read the sentences carefully and answer them. Let's answer the first one together. Number 1, 10 p.m. usually in bed before Let's try to organize them. So I start with my subject, so it's going to be usually in bed before 10 p.m. I'm usually in bed before 10 p.m. The second one. Exactly, we're going to say, my dad always eats a healthy breakfast in the morning. My dad always eats a healthy breakfast in the morning. On number 3, never, Danya and Wael, Dunya and Wael, late or for school. So we're going to start with the subject, Dunya and Wael are never late for school. Dunya and Wael are never late for school. Number 4, the dentist, you, go, how, do, often, to, question mark. So I need to build a question here. What am I going to say? How often do you go to the dentist? How often do you go to the dentist? Great job. 5. Gives sometimes us, our teacher, homework on weekends. Remember, we always start with the subject as long as it's a normal sentence. So our teacher sometimes gives us homework on weekends. Our teacher sometimes gives us homework on weekends. The last one, rains, it, the Western Desert, rarely in. I'm going to start with the subject. So, it rarely rains in the Western Desert. It rarely rains in the Western Desert. So, from all of these sentences, have you noticed something? All the sentences beside, let's put the question sentence aside, all of them, I put my adverb of frequency after the subject. So I say, usually. My dad always. Dunya and Wael never. The dentist. Often, how often do you go? That was the question part. Here, our teacher, sometimes. It, rarely. So whenever I have an adverb of a frequency, adverbs of frequency, which they are never, rarely, sometimes, often, usually, always, I put them directly after the subject when I form a positive sentence.
شوف الحلقة كاملة من خلال تطبيق مدرستنا بلس. مدرستنا مستقبل يبدأ الآن.